for the hymnless kids with no religion. Yeah, we keep on sinning, yeah, we keep on singing.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an updated palette collection video. I love seeing like eyeshadow palette collection videos, so I figured I would do an updated one. If you guys want to go and check out my old one, I will leave a link to it down in the description bar. But before I get started, I just want to let you guys know I am currently doing a giveaway right now on my Instagram, and all you have to do to enter is make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel and make sure you guys are following my Instagram. I will also leave a link to my Instagram down in the description bar, so make sure you guys go ahead and enter. And you guys are probably wondering what I'm going to be giving away. So I'm going to be giving one of you guys a Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and this palette is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this is obviously mine, so I'm not going to give you like my eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to order one for you and then ship it straight to your house. So yeah, so if you guys love lots of color and just want to experiment more with colors, then make sure you guys go ahead, enter my giveaway. Like I said, I will leave a link to my Instagram down in the description bar, and make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm literally praying that like the wind stops for like just a couple minutes. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm not really gonna do anything in like any particular order. Like I said, I will leave a link down in the description bar for my old palette collection. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So obviously the first one I have is the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. And it's this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous eyeshadow palette that I have here. Make sure you guys enter my giveaway. That would be awesome. Alright, so the next one I have is the Too Faced Life's a Festival eyeshadow palette. It's this gorgeous being right here. And I've only used this palette like once just because I can't figure out how to use it, and I literally wanted it because it was limited edition. Go figure. But yeah, so these are all of the colors in here. And yeah, so I know like the shade right here, it looks white, but it actually has like an iridescent kind of thing going on. It's in the shade called Unicorn Tears, and it literally has like a blue like thing, and I literally just dug my whole freaking finger in that shade. They're like so like finely pressed that like I'll do like a quick swatch for you guys. Maybe you guys can see that, but yeah, it kind of gives like a blue kind of shimmery effect here, and this is just what the outside looks like. It is like absolutely gorgeous and so like pastel-y, and I love it. But I've only used it like twice. So, alright, so the next palette I have is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. It's this gorgeous palette from like one of my absolute favorite YouTubers. Whoop. Let me just throw my palettes around, you know, not a big deal. But yeah, so this is what the palette looks like. I'm sure you guys know what the palette looks like. I actually picked mine up from Ulta, so I have like the names of the shadows right on the back, which is awesome. And it's also like the material, like it doesn't like get dirty, which is absolutely awesome, because you guys will see in a second from one of my other palettes that's like just absolutely disgusting. So the next one I have is the Morphe 35N palette. This is like one of their older ones, but I love it because it's literally all matte shades. So I love it, especially when I'm doing like makeup looks on other people, and yeah, I love it. Alright, so this is the palette I was talking about. So this is the Lorac Mega Pro 3. Just the material that this is made out of, like it literally collects fingerprints like nobody's business. But this was also on my regret purchasing list as well, just because it's literally like, this palette is just so neutral that I literally have all of these shades in like other palettes, but I really do like the formula of the Lorac eyeshadows, so, but yeah. Honestly, like if I had it my way, I would definitely get my hands on probably the first Mega Pro palette. I know the fourth one came out and it kind of has like pastel-y kind of colors in it, but yeah. And I literally bought this because it had like rose gold on it too, because rose gold was like a thing last year. Alright, so the next palette I have is of course the Too Faced I Want Candy Limited Edition eyeshadow palette. I talked about this because I got it for my birthday, and I absolutely love this palette. It is super cute. Yeah, so that's just what the inside looks like. I do have a review on this palette as well, and that's just what the palette looks like. It is super pretty, and it literally smells like candy, like chocolate, like cotton candy goodness. I do believe you can still get this on the Too Faced website if you guys are interested, and it was actually on sale like not too long ago. So if you guys have a chance to get it, I would definitely recommend getting it because, like I said, it's limited edition, so why not? Alright, so the next palette I have is the Tarte Tartelette palette, and I literally got this palette just because it was literally all matte. But sadly enough, I broke one of the shades in it. I broke the black shade in it, and it was just horrible, especially trying to like clean it. And like some of the shadows are still like kind of affected with the black still in it. But yeah, I mean there's still some black in there, but yeah, so that's just what the palette looks like. I promise you I'm trying not to like blind you guys. But yeah, I really like this palette, especially for more like of like everyday use. So yeah, if you're looking for like an everyday eyeshadow palette, I definitely recommend getting the Tarte Tartelette. And this is the first one. Alright, next palette I do have is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I literally love this palette. Like, it is super cute. It is travel friendly. And of course it smells like peanut butter. But more so, I love this palette more in like the fall time per se. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to like sit up straighter. Alright, so the next palette I have, this one is also limited edition as well. This is the Tarte Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. I try and keep all of my limited edition eyeshadow palettes still in the boxes. It's just my way of like keeping them like as pristine as I can, because I know that a couple years from now, like these palettes, they're gonna be worth probably a little bit more than what I paid for them anyways. But yep, this is the palette, and again, I really love this palette. This one is also travel friendly just because you get a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight, and then you also get 9 eyeshadows as well. I also filmed a video, a review talking about this palette as well. But yeah, this one I do believe I just need it for more around like fall time. Man, I'm gonna have to be like cutting out a lot of this video because it's just super windy. Alright guys, so the next eyeshadow palette I have, this is the Tarte Be a Mermaid and Make Waves palette. This one is also limited edition as well, and I'm so glad I was able to get my hands on it. I literally grabbed the last one at my Sephora. So this is what the bad boy looks like. It is, oh my gosh, it is literally everything. And if you guys know me, I am obsessed with mermaids, so of course I had to get my hands on this palette. But yeah, it is just absolutely gorgeous. And you know, like, it's Tarte, so you get heavy duty palettes. Like all of the Tarte palettes that I do have, like, they are super heavy, like they have a weight to them. So you know, you are getting your money's worth out of the Tarte palettes. And if you guys want to see a look created with this palette, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up for me, and I will be sure to do that for you guys. The The next eyeshadow palette I have is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. And I mean, even though there's been some talk on how the white peach palette isn't as good as this one, but like I still want it anyways because it's just super pretty like packaging. But yeah, I literally love this palette. This is a really, really good everyday eyeshadow palette as well with the Tarte Lip palette. And the reason why I say that is because everyday eyeshadows like are really, really good with like mattes. So yeah, it's just super, super pretty. Alright. Next eyeshadow palette I have, this is the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself eyeshadow palette. This is the unicorn palette that they put out last spring. So this is what it looks like. And I do believe this is still available on the Tarte website. And I literally don't ever use this palette either, but no, it has limited edition on it, so I have to have it. Alright guys, so the next one is from, oh no! Well, that shade totally broke. Well, this is the Maybelline Eye Studio in the shade Copper Chic. I do believe it's what it's called, but this little shade right here just broke on me, so I'm super sad, but it's just what that palette looks like. I really love the consistency of these shadows. Like, they are super, super buttery, and they are super, super pigmented. They are definitely one of the top, like, drugstore like quads. I mean, I consider it a palette still, but yeah, I literally, when I was in college, that was like my everyday like go-to eyeshadow palette. Alright guys, so the next one I have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. There has been a lot of reviews going around on YouTube. I mean, there still is that, like, this palette is literally 50-50. Either you love it or you hate it. Like, I've never seen like so many controversial like things written about this palette, but I literally bought it just to try it because it's literally part 2 of the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm actually looking at getting the Soft Glam eyeshadow palette. But yeah, so if you guys don't know what the Subculture palette looks like, this is what it is. I've literally used this palette like twice. But yeah, so, oh my god, what is that? I just noticed that I'm starting to get like a pimple right here. Oh yay. But yeah, this palette, it is like, it's just out of the ordinary, and I feel like this palette is just more like fall oriented, so it's like really hard for me to like use these shades right now. But yeah, it's just super, super pretty, and I love it. And of course I have this one in the box too, even though it's not limited edition, but I just want to keep it super, super nice. Alright, so of course the next one I have, this is like literally my baby. This is my holy grail palette. Like, I literally use it sparingly, and again, I also use this palette more towards the fall. Like, fall is literally like my favorite time of year, like no matter what. I mean, it could be because I'm literally born on like the first day of fall, but literally I'm just a fall baby. So yeah, if you guys should know, this is what the Modern Renaissance palette looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, it's just like berry tones and oranges, and it's just like, it has fall literally written all over it. Alright, so next palette I have, of course, is the Urban Decay Naked palette. So this eyeshadow palette was literally what started my high-end eyeshadow palette collection, was this guy right here. And yeah, this is literally just a staple. Between this and the other palette I'm about ready to show you, But yeah, it's just, if you don't have this eyeshadow palette, you guys need it in your collection. This is just a staple. You get matte, you get shimmers, and it's just really perfect for like everyday use. Alright, so the next one I have is the Urban Decay Naked 3. So I decided not to get the Naked 2 because it is very similar to the first one, so I was just like not about that life. So yeah, my husband actually got this for Christmas 2 years ago for me. But yeah, I only use it during like February because I mean it's all like pinks and gorgeousness. So yeah. Alright, so the next eyeshadow palette, I am actually really sorry, but like they actually discontinued this eyeshadow palette, which makes me so sad because this palette is literally perfect for creating like really good like smoky eyes. I mean, all eyeshadow palettes are really good for creating smoky eyes, but this one in particular, it was just like smoky eye all day, every day. So this is the Urban Decay Naked Smoky, and I actually picked this up at Sephora for $25, so about half off. But yeah, it's actually been like discontinued, so yeah. I do love the mattes right here, and of course all of like the smoky tones. They're just absolutely, it's a very different palette, and not to mention like I love the look of this palette. Like, I don't know, it's just like right up my alley, I guess. Alright, so the next eyeshadow palette I have is the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. This palette is just absolutely gorgeous, and again, it's more towards like fall, like oriented type looks. So this is what the palette looks like, and they actually came out with a Naked Petite Heat. So to where like they literally took the matte shades out of this palette and they put it in like a smaller one. Yeah, it's just super pretty, and I love it, and it's just like fall. Literally like all my palettes, it's either like spring and summer and fall and like winter, so it kind of works out for me. Alright, so the next palette I have, this is the Kat Von D Alchemist face and eye highlighter palette, and yes, I literally spent $40 for 4 shades, so $10 a shade, but they're literally about the size of like a Makeup Geek eyeshadow anyways. So but yeah, I'm praying that you guys are able to see the like reflectant of like the colors. And yeah, this is literally like probably the coolest palette that I do have in my collection, because I can literally transform like so many shades, especially when I did around Halloween time last year. I did like a witchy vibes kind of video, and I used the ultraviolet shade, and oh my gosh, like the ultraviolet shade is literally like my favorite shade out of the whole entire palette. But I literally love this palette. If you guys can get your hands on it, I would definitely recommend picking this up, because you can use this on your eyes, your lips, to transform like your lipstick shade. You can use it as a highlighter. Like, it's just, there's so many multi-purposes for this eyeshadow, well, holographic palette, there we go. But yeah, that, and it's just like super pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so the next palette I do have, this was also limited edition as well, and I do believe, I think it was ColourPop, or you can find kind of like a copied palette. It's on an app called Hush. I'll put like a little picture over here. But yeah, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette, and I literally try to use this sparingly, but lately I've been using it like every day because I've just been obsessed with the Forever Young shade right here. But yeah, see, I don't know, because like I watched Nicole Guerrero's like YouTube, and she has literally been saying that her and Anastasia Beverly Hills might be making that palette permanent, which I'm hoping that they do, because like people have been asking about it like on every single video. So, and I do believe people have been asking about it on her Instagram too, so that'd be awesome if they go ahead and do that. Alright, so the next palette I do have, I literally, this palette and the Lorac Mega Pro 3 are probably my two most expensive eyeshadow palettes that I do own. Both of the palettes, the Lorac Mega Pro 3 and this one, they were both $60 a piece. But yeah, I literally wanted this eyeshadow palette because it's a collector's item. Like, it's just that, and I love Alice in Wonderland, so this palette is just absolutely gorgeous, and I wish I kept the stupid box for it. But so this is what the inside looks like, and I also did a review on this as well. Alright, and I'm just gonna like take out like the eyeshadow shades because I don't want them to fall. But yeah, you literally open this up, and it's the butterfly, which I like absolutely love. And of course the unique eyeshadow shades, sorry, I'm not trying to blind you guys, that are in this eyeshadow palette. But yeah, I do believe you guys can still pick this up on eBay if you can find it, if you don't end up paying more than $60 for it. But yeah, I love this palette. Alright, next palette I have is obviously the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour palette. Oh, and I was getting like so nervous because I thought I heard like one of my shades like popping out. But speaking of which, I literally have to get a new center shade because that I ran out of my Benefit Hoola bronzer, like the one inside the box, and the shade is literally identical to the Benefit Hoola shade. But yeah. Alright, so next one I have, this is my last like eye and cheek palette. So yeah, like I was saying, this is the Benefit Cheek A Boom. This is also like the Cheek Parade collection. This is the second volume. And yeah, this one still smells like raspberries. But you get the Hoola Light, Dandelion, California, and Rockateur in here. So alright, so 3 eyeshadow palettes left. Alright, so this is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. And I literally bought this palette just for one shade in here, and it was the peanut butter shade right here. Right when the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette came out, it was like sold out everywhere, and I literally wanted that like peanut butter shade, like that terracotta brown shade that everyone was talking about. So yeah, I went and I bought the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar, and literally as soon as I got my hands on the peanut butter and jelly palette, this palette has been sitting in my collection and not being touched. So alright, the next eyeshadow palette, so this is the other eyeshadow palette I was talking about. So this palette and the Naked palette are literally going to be your staple eyeshadow palettes. It just depends on which one you like more. But yeah, so this is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. So this is the first one. And that's just what this bad boy looks like. Like I said, it's very similar to the Naked palette, which I'll do here for you guys. But it literally just depends on which one you like more. So where the Naked one, it just offers more neutrally type shades, and then the Chocolate Bar kind of gives you a couple pops of color as well. So it literally just depends which one you like more. But I definitely recommend, if you guys are starting like an eyeshadow palette collection, I definitely recommend at least having one, if not both of these in your collection, because they're staple palettes. Like you need them. Alright, and last but not least, I have the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which I love using in the springtime. And it smells like peaches. But yeah. Alright guys, so that was my updated palette collection. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys go ahead and make sure you guys join my giveaway that I'm going on. Like I said, I will be picking a winner on Saturday. So make sure you guys have entered by Friday, because Friday it will be the deadline, but I'm picking somebody on Saturday. But yeah, So make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up if you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Filming? Why? You're playing the game.
Huh?
You're playing the game.
I know. I'm doing a video right now.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alright. I love you.
Love you too.